Do it.
If I had money, I'd go buy cigarettes right now. But I don't, so I won't.
Kind of tough to say, like, you know, be experimental, just because there's so many really kick-ass experimental bands out there right now. You know, as far as, you know, the concept of what experimental music really is evolving and changing, so it's really hard to catch up. Mixing genres, blending genres, being basically really far out band, you know, really psychedelic, noisy type of band, you know, that isn't for the mainstream, you know, isn't supposed to be so appealing to just normal people, I guess you could say. You know, commercialism, stuff like that. You know.
That's so heavy, like,
I got control of the toggle too, though. I got it. You hear it? I got it like right.
we all started, let's see, we started, it was never intentionally supposed to be about, you know, music. At the beginning, we all met, just kind of roundabout, just partying, whatever, you know. Me and Alan got together and we called up his cousin, which is Sergio, Andy, and you know, we wanted to start this like little brotherhood, you know, starting to get all these other people together.
We had tunes, like we had jams, you know, like cool little songs, but the songs weren't sounding so full. And we were talking about getting an electronics player, and Alan said that he knew Thomas from another band he was in with him, and he was like, yeah, like, you know, I can hit him up, he has a keyboard, and the fool has a fucking theremin, and I was like, I don't know what the hell that is, but it sounds cool. And yeah, we tried out Thomas, and I mean, he ended up being pretty kick-ass at guitar as well. And I don't know, it just fucking vibed. Like, it was cool. I mean, everyone just got along and flowed with each other.
Originally, I was in another group called the Silver Lining before I came into this group. But even before then, I actually had another band with Roger, which you can consider the sort of foundation of what this band is. It was originally called Android. And after that, it didn't, you know, we had our ups and downs, it didn't work out, and then I eventually went to another group called the Silver Lining, and that also didn't work out. That's why I met Thomas. And, you know, we clicked. He was one of those musicians that, you know, wasn't a total douchebag, that we all got along. And then after that, I just hit up Roger once he came back to the face of reality from his job, and I told him, hey man, we should start jamming again, and yeah, we started things up. And eventually he brought up the idea, you know, hey, your cousin plays bass, doesn't he? Like, he plays several instruments. Like, yeah. And I thought it was a good idea. I thought we should bring him over. He actually didn't have to try out. We just brought him over. That's pretty much how it got started, and then eventually as it just all worked out really well. Everything just came together musically and artistically, and we're all on the same wavelength.
Well, I mean, Alan's my cousin, so I kind of have to love him. No, he's good. Like, I like Alan, the way he works, because he works. And then, you know, I've known him since birth. I met Roger in like the 8th grade. I don't know, we're all pretty good buddies, and I feel like I get along with everybody pretty well. I mean, it's pretty much family, except for Thomas. He's kind of a douchebag sometimes, but he's kind of cute. So.
Well, Alan, obviously, he went to MI at Musicians Institute, so he has a really good concept of, you know, musical structures and, you know, all this stuff that goes in with music, like as far as technicality, sound, all this other stuff. Sergio, on the other hand, I mean, he's more like me, like, you know, by ear, you know, you want to feel it up, you know, just play what feels nice, you know, what belongs where. And, you know, he's like me, we don't really have too much musical education, but, you know, we play from the heart. So as far as Thomas, I mean, that guy's a fucking monster, dude. Thomas is, I don't know too much about his musical education background, but I know he's really talented at what he does. When he sets his mind on something, he wants it done just the way he sees it, and whenever he does that, this is just magic.
So we have the same concepts as far as what we want to play, and as far as Roger, what can I say? He's a rhythm doctor. I mean, there's no better drummer than I know personally. Not only that, he's a sexy fucking beast. If anyone I had to say was exactly on par with the way I think and the way I construct things, would be Thomas. You know, he's a little bit edgier than I am as far as his ideas, but as far as just having an understanding and the philosophy of it all, it's just me and Thomas are just we're soul brothers. So at least that's the way we put it.
Yeah, well, you know, when I first met these guys, you know, I thought Andy was like fucking a really funny guy. You know, relationship-wise, you know, it's just he's a blast to be around. It's kind of like the life of the party. You know, and with Alan, like, you know, me and him kind of have a similar, you know, musical, like, academic background, so we get along pretty well. You know, I can pretty much like describe to him like chords or different timings and phrasings of musical styles and genres. And we're pretty on par with each other, you know, just because, like I said, we have the same music theory. You know,
I don't know how far this band will end up going, but what I do know is that I want to keep it as mysterious as possible so people can relate to it just the way they want to. Not get out there too far to where it's like we're showing people how we live and, you know, we're on cribs or some shit like that. No, we want to just keep music, you know, and mainly, I don't know, keep our faces out of it, just let people hear what we gotta do and have them relate to it however they want to. We're just putting our emotions into the sound